One of the challenges with growing a great community using Facebook groups is getting the right members in your group. Today, I'm going to be chatting about how to ensure you get the correct people that want to be in your group. Hi, my name is Maureen Dobransky, and I help entrepreneurs create a Facebook group they love and make money doing it. But let's be honest for a minute. You are never, not ever, going to stop the spammers and the users that lurk the hallways of Facebook. No matter what you do, no matter how careful you are, no matter what questions you ask when people want to join your group, you are not going to stop those dreaded spammers. However, there are a few key things you can do to attract and get the best members possible. First, and I say most important when you're trying to attract your best clients to your group, is to ensure that your Facebook group name and lure are very, very clear. So what do I mean by name and lure? It's simply the name of your group or what you do and what they will get by joining your group. It's a very simple formula of how to come up with a name and a lure. I have another video that explains it in depth, so check out my YouTube channel at Sell Your Gorilla. But to briefly explain it here, the more clear and concise and narrow that you can be with your name and then what people can expect when they join your group, the more that you'll get the right people into your group. And as an added benefit, then the more they're going to be engaged with your Facebook group when they do join, which is what we all want. Approximately 3 months ago, I changed the name of my Facebook group from Sell Your Gorilla, which is my company brand, to a more searchable name, How to Grow a Facebook Group and Make Money with It. And although it's definitely helped with the generic searchers, it's also opened up a huge can of worms with the spammers. So I've decided I'm thinking about it. I'm going to be changing my name again because I want to narrow it down even further to something about Facebook group for business. I'm going to be a little bit more narrow on what I do. You know, the number one thing when people are struggling with attracting the wrong type of members is I always recommend taking a look at your name and your lure to begin with. Next is rules. I'm not too big on rules, and I honestly thought, silly me, I honestly thought that I might not need too many rules when I first started my group. After all, I was so excited about this group, and I thought that everybody in there would be equally as excited how to learn how to grow your Facebook group, how to make money with it. But I learned within 1 week of having this group that I need rules and I need to enforce them. So I post them everywhere. I remind my members of where they are. But we all know spammers don't care about rules. So over and above the rules, I ask questions. So Facebook allows you as a group admin to ask up to 3 questions when someone wants to join your group. I've been playing with the questions just to see if I can dissuade those spammers and not have them want to join my group because of the questions. So at various different times, I've asked the following questions. I've asked, do you currently have a Facebook group? I've said, this is a no spam group. Do you agree to abide by the rules? I've asked them, how did they hear about this group? What are your biggest struggles with your Facebook group? What are your goals as an entrepreneur? Where do you see your business in the next year? But as I previously mentioned, I really and truly don't think we can get rid of spammers completely, no matter what questions you ask. But when I added this is a no spam group, do you agree to abide by the rules question? I had more people leave without answering the questions. But in return, I had less spamming inside of the group. And because that question was asked up front, I did not hesitate to delete the spam post and potentially delete and block that person entirely. And when I first added the questions, and then some people didn't answer them, I would check out their profile to see if I still wanted to add them into the group. I didn't want to turn them away. I wanted all of the members that I could get, of course. But 99% of the time, when I added them into the group without having them answer the questions, they were spammers. So now if someone doesn't answer the questions, I give them 48 hours and I just delete the request. And then I feel good about it because I only want quality group members. It's best for me and it's best for the group. And then even though someone might answer the questions, I still might not add them to the group. If I'm uncertain about them at all, I check out their profile. I take a peek at what they've posted. I see what other groups they are a member of. I see when they've joined Facebook, and I see how many friends they've had. or they have, sorry, I've learned that just because they answer the questions doesn't make them legitimate members and not spammers. So don't hesitate to not add people into your group if you believe that they're not the right fit for your group. The next tip is one that I don't do as yet, but I have it in my back pocket in case I need it. And it's just to approve every post that someone wants to make. It makes your job as an admin a bit more time consuming up front, but ultimately less work in behind. And if you do this, you may want to add some additional admins. But typically, when a spammer joins a group and tries to post and it says pending approval from the admin, they just delete themselves from the group. And again, now finally, I'm okay with them not joining my group. And last for me, this is a big one. When I'm actively mentioning my group to prospective members, either in other Facebook groups, which I do a lot, in person, when I'm speaking, or in emails, I'm now very clear who my group is for. I used to post my link everywhere and hope that 1 million people just wanted to join. I wanted that big number. And although let's be honest, I'd still have 1 million people to join my group, I'm now very selective where I post it, how I mention it, and who I mention it to. This most definitely has slowed the growth of my group, but it's increased the value. I've started growing relationships outside of my group more and more. And in turn, though, when they do ask to join the group, I know they're a great fit and they participate much more often because we have a common goal and a common reason for them joining my group. This subtle mind shift from getting almost anyone to join my group just to have a big number to getting very qualified, targeted members has helped engagement as well. Now, I say this a lot, and I didn't really get it until probably about a month ago, but I honestly would rather have a smaller group full of engaged members than a large group full of people that don't really want to be there or don't need to be there. So I hope this has helped you to realize that you'll never stop those awful spammers, but by being a bit more strategic with your group, you'll attract the right type of person to your group, and your group will be better because of it. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Sell Your Gorilla. Give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please join my free Facebook group where I help entrepreneurs create a Facebook group they love and make money doing it. You can join me at facebook.com/groups/sellyourgorilla. The link is in the comments.